Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is the B&B podcast with your host B. I want to thank you for all the support that you give. Hopefully, y'all having a wonderful life, focusing on your passions and grinds. I want to thank Brothers Coffee Company for letting me use their facility. They have delicious coffee and oatmeal, y'all, delicious snacks. Please check it out. You can follow them on social media, or you can actually swing by to grab that oatmeal, delicious coffee, and snacks. That's what I like. This is episode 24 to telling you to put your phone away. Put your phone away. Now most of y'all, actually I'm probably going to say all of y'all, at least thinking in your minds, why should I put my phone away? Why should I sacrifice my time away from my phone? I love my phone. I can't be without it. Well, listen here. Phones are good if you're using it as an instrument to better yourself or using it to establish a brand. But in this society, many people use their phones to compare themselves. Many people use their phones to hate on each other. And many people use their phones to grab false information. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not good. This distracts you from your goals and your passions. You don't want too many distractions going on so where you can't focus on your grind. And trust me, I understand. I used to be on my phone for a prolonged amount of time when I was in Europe, and it was really exhausting. I was seeing how people were truly living. I was seeing how things are going on, but it's not the right way to do it. You have to experience your own moments, and you have to live within the present. We have a lot of people in today's society that want to flex themselves over some valueless material, and that's not right. But I just want to break this down too. It's really important to get away from your phone because I see a lot of people, they're not understanding what real intimacy and what real friendship is. They're they think real friendship is, Skyping a friend on their platform, or it's like WhatsApp, or just texting, hey, how you doing, man? You doing good? And then 15-20 minutes later, like, oh, look at this meme, bro. It's nice and good. Nah, that's not how to do it. But when it comes to friendship and the real intimacy, this comes to networking with somebody, so therefore you can grow. When it comes to personal interests that people share, and most definitely when you're finding a romantic partner. So when it comes to when it comes to professional growth, you always want to strive to be better. And when you have those connections, it's able to help you get better. So 3 months ago, I was chilling in a coffee shop, and all of a sudden, I met this good dude. He had a real interest in video production and graphic design, and I learned those skills from him, and I was able to apply those skills into my channel. They're slow improvements, but as I learn more and more, it's going to make a big difference a year or two down the line. And trust me, it is very rewarding when you are in a restaurant or a cafe or some public place in general. You're focusing on your passion, you're focusing on getting it right, and suddenly you meet somebody who can bring improvement to your life. That's a great reward, and understand that. And when it comes to finding people that have similar interests to you, 3 months after the COVID outbreak, right, I was playing basketball to maintain my health, and I met this good dude who had the same mindset as me. He wanted to basically do the same things. He had an interest in entertainment, and he thought he had a God-given gift to help others. And right there and then, that was like, bam, this dude is legit, and I can gain a lot of insight from him, and therefore I can give him insight too. And from that day, we still have conversations. We talk about how we can improve ourselves, and how can we improve each other. And most definitely, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to romantic relations, right, I see a lot of people that use these hookup apps like Tinder and Bumble and Badu or whatever that thing is called, and they're not getting the real experience of dating. These CEOs and these big movers and these social dating enterprises are trying to take advantage of weak and gullible people so they can fill their pockets. You do not want that. You are settling for a lower standard because you expose yourself to catfishing, you expose yourself to some fraud. There are all kinds of things that are going on with those online dating sites. If you're going to meet somebody face to face, do it in person. And honestly, do not look for it. Focus on yourself and everything will come. And go to areas of interest if you want to meet somebody. This will be better suited for your environment, for your needs. If you like ice skating, go to an ice skating rink. If you like a basketball game, check out that UNC basketball game against Wisconsin tomorrow. They're playing, and they're going to go to the Final Four. You can also go to a cafe, somebody who likes coffee. You can go to anything where they can share that interest. And ladies and gentlemen, please listen, brothers and sisters. You do not want your phone to change your perspective of the world. Because, yes, there are good things that phones get. It gives us better communication long distance. It provides beautiful sceneries from different countries, beautiful art from different countries, different cultures. And that's good for you to learn, to be open-minded. But you have to be aware of the dangers that it gives. It gives you an unrealistic mindset of the world, and you're absorbing this. You are absorbing biased news. You are absorbing negativity in the form of possessions and comparisons, like I was talking about, and you're definitely absorbing an impractical mindset of the world. And ladies and gentlemen, we had many people suffer during this campaign that we had in 2020. We had an election where we had a riot. We had people trying to lie to each other. We had people canceling people out for just who they believe in. And we had decisive groups trying to damage morals. To separate yourself with this, you can't be a follower. You have to be a leader within your own scopes. The biggest enemy is yourself. And you yourself can only control your direction. And when you control your direction, you're able to take calculated risks, you're able to make informative decisions, and you're able to you have a better understanding to adaptation, because the world is changing and you need to adapt to it. But when it comes to taking a break with your phone, understand that it takes great discipline and great consistency if you're going to do it for a long time. So what I encourage folks, I encourage them to take at least a week off away from their phones. Therefore, their mind can recharge. Therefore, they can train their mind. And maybe within that week, they can find who they really are, what they like. When you're doing this, though, you got to write down your thoughts. You have to self-reflect on yourself, because you're going to have to ask questions. And the questions I would ask yourself: how can I improve my life? Should I focus towards a different direction? Should I focus more on school? Should I focus more on a business? Should I focus more on something that's going to help me long term? And honestly, the most important question to ask yourself: what are my hobbies and what do I like? You see, ladies and gentlemen, you have to find your hobbies to find your happiness. Finding your hobbies will bring you closer to your passions, and with your passions, it could lead to something wonderful in your life. Maybe that's the alignment that you need. Maybe that's what the goals are for. But understand too, taking a break away from social media, there are some compromises that come to it, and there are some limitations. So when you are taking a break from your phone, realize that people tend to break away from it from the first 2 to 3 days, because their mind is in a state of boredom. And when you get away from it, your mind was trained by the phone to relieve stress through good memories, through photos. The photos are damaging your memory. You need to experience what is going on. Use your imagination. But the actual distractions that come to it, TV, food consumption, and seeking friends are the distractions that you don't need when isolating yourself from your phone. Understand this. When you're seeking friendships, make sure you choose the right friendships in the process. Friends are always going to have your back. Friends are always going to be real with you. And ones that are going to ensure that you make it. You do not want those toxic friends that drag you into every undesirable situation for themselves to get better. You do not want that. Watch out for TV, because TV has the same effects as a freaking phone. You do not want TV to be the compensator for your phone. And food consumption, in my opinion, is the most dangerous distraction, because when you are separating your phone, your mind is trying to relieve that stress, and your brain produces this weird chemical called dopamine. And when it's away from that phone, you want to keep eating because it has pleasure. Dopamine is associated with pleasure. You want more food, oh, I feel better. I want more food, I feel better. But you have to remember, your health is your greatest asset when doing everything. So when you find you're that hungry and you have overeating problems, go to the gym, work your steam off, or practice some form of meditation, so therefore you can get better in the long run. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, please keep these considerations in mind. These are only recommendations for you to improve on. The only path that you dictate is your path, but realize you must have self-respect and self-control to recognize your flaws and to correct them. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the B&B Podcast with your host B. Thank you again for your love and support for the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like and comment on the videos. And please feel free to contact me at any time if you need assistance with anything. I love meeting new people, and I love having an open door to certain situations. Without further ado, this is the B&B Podcast, telling you to stay focused, telling you to work on your dreams, and ultimately be happy. Peace.